Hello, this is a presentation for the blockchain final project. My proposal is a blockchain game platform. As we know, blockchain is a distributed system, can have multiple branches. People can store the data and create data on their own side. Many games that I have played are very suitable for this situation, such as Dungeons and Dragons. Each time, people can play in a different setting, follow different plots, and create totally different stories. And also, Sims and some love stories they are designed to have many scenes and plots, so as to make the game more interesting and attractive. Also, there are many game companies do want player to be more involved with the creation of game. In some game, people can upload their own model and share them to other players inside the game. Those games inspired me to create a blockchain game platform. If we have a blockchain game, we can definitely have those advantages. First, we can have an open-ended game. It can have many scenes and will never have an end. Second, we can let the player to involve in the creation of the game. Player will have more ownership toward game, which possible make them play longer and want to protect their own work. Third, uh, we can host those data on every player's sites. So even when server is down, we can still play the game and no data will be lost. This is my design to play the game. The player need to follow each chain to play the game. They cannot skip the games if they haven't finished the previous blocks of game, such as if they want to play block 5 but they haven't finished the block 3, they cannot play it. They have to finish the block 4 first. Also, once the player passes the game, they can create a new block chain. They can create a new block of game based on that block. Such as you have passed block 4, you can create a block at head 5 to create a new game. Also, apply to another function. One is the rank and other is the overview. They can see the rank of the creator. Also, they can view the process of their playing inside the game. You can see if they have already passed that game and how many more games they need to pass. This is the 5 API I provided for players besides the project 4 and 3. And to support those APIs, we have two data structure. One is added inside the game. One is the play data. Other one is the create data. Each of them create and contain some ID and hide hash about the games. For the create data, we also have a secret as not everyone can create a game. It only lets the user pass the game, and they will also be sent back a secret, and they can use this secret to create their own game. The first API I want to introduce is Sing. It is a post request that contains a JSON of play data to get the game content information. You see, this is data for the thing. The reaction part currently is none because we don't need any reaction. We only want to get the basic setting of the game. For the testing, I read some very simple thing. That is, I want to start. This is the code for the thing. You see, we unmatch the play data and we get the block based on the play data, and we verify if the block exists. And after we get the block, we will verify if the player can play the game based on their ID, because if they haven't passed the previous game, they definitely cannot play this. And this is the play API. It is the post request contains the JSON or play data. Once player's reaction is correct, they will pass the game in the block. They will get their own secret string to create a block, and the node will send heartbeat to all peers to update the related block inside them. Here is the play. You see, actually we need to go to the overview first to see to get the blocks hash, and as I already save them in here, so maybe I can you see this is the same. So we get the hash and we get the height, and we set the reaction to at first I want to set it to a wrong one. So it will say something wrong, and I know the correct reaction is okay. As a sender, I will get a secret, and also with 200 okay. This is the implementation for the play. You see, it also need to check if this block exists. If it exists, it will need to verify the block ID and the player's ID and the player's reaction if it is correct. Also, if it is correct, it will create a 16 bits hexagon string to the player for their secret. Also, the blockchain will add the creator. It will add the player's ID and the secret inside the block. There's a map inside the block. And also we will prepare heartbeat data to send the heartbeat to other peers. This is a create API. A create API will contain the JSON object of create data. When a miner wants to create data, the node will verify if they are inside the miner list and have a correct secret. Once created, they will send heartbeat to all others and create the block in each node. So this is a create. I need to copy the new secret. This just some content reaction and used for setting. If you are want to create something, you can create your own game like plot or reaction. And you see, as the secret is correct, it will send me like create successfully. If it is wrong, it will say cannot create and give me a 400 bad request. This is the information for the create. Basically, follow the same stuff. It will get the create data and get the block and verify the secret. If it's okay, it will say create successfully. It's also inside this function create new block game block. It will create a game and create this block inside the blockchain, and also it will send a heartbeat to other peers. Rank. This is a function that the people can get to know the rank of all the miners inside that block. So currently, you see if we give this, this is the genius block actually. It had the height 1 and hash. It is this one. If we send this, we can get the 123. 123 is the ID for the root server, and it will give you 1 because it only creates it once. And also if we give it height 2, and also we want to have an overview to get the blocks hash, and if we give it to this, and this is the hash of the second block we just created, and it is height 2. If we send this, you see the rank is become like this. Currently our ID is 1, and this 1 have also create a block, so the rank list is updated. This is the implementation for the rank. Basically, it gets the hash information and high information, and if it is it will get the ranked list from the block. And also overview. I have already showed the overview API before because I need to get the hash string. It's basically show the user situation. You see the overview. If my ID is 2, it never played anything yet. So the past is null, and the past is null. It will contain the current block's hash and also parent block's hash. And also, if they have already passed the game, if I change it to 1, you can see the past is set to yes because we have already played this block before. We gave it the correct reaction. So this is basically the implementation for the overview. It will get call the SBC get overview to pass the player's ID, and then based on that ID to give away a new overview. And this is because we need to implement the game. We also added some previous data structure. We add the rank, player list, miner list, and also creator inside the block.json our block structure. And also I add if updated block and the creator. I separate the creator ID and node ID inside the heartbeat data. Also I add a secret inside it because sometimes we need to update the block. We have to have the secret to update it. We cannot let every people to just, randomly send any heartbeat to make modification. And thank you. That's all. One thing I need to do is I remember I have a test. I need to run. I can show you that the other node can also receive the information. It will start and go to the test overview. You see it also gets the information for the other blocks, so the 2 nodes can run at the same time.